Good day, everyone. My name is Siyang. I came from Group 15. So today I'm going to share my personal experience and reflection from the Everest simulation. So I was assigned the role of physicians, the doctor, which means I was responsible for the team's health and safety. However, what I learned was far beyond the medical care. It was a deep lesson in leadership, communication, decision making, and so on. So the lack of the professional experience in the team. So from the very beginning, it became clear that our team lacked a professional monitoring knowledge. So although everyone tried their best, but we were often unsure of what to do. So when it comes to making key decisions, such as whether to continue comply, and whether to rest or how to calculate the oxygen, we constantly don't know what should we do. So nobody wants to make the final call, fearing the consequence of making the wrong decision. So as a physician, I try to support the group by giving the health updates, warning about the risks like altitude, sickness of the frostbite. But the overall lack of the confidence in a technical strategy caused us to miss the key timing opportunities. So this taught me the painful but the valuable lesson. Increases the situations. The hesitation can be more dangerous than the wrong decision. So the second, I'm going to talk about the leadership conflict. So one of the most crucial moments happened when we had to decide who should tap the summit. Given our limited resources and physical conditions, I suggest to a selective summit plan. Let the athlete, the person who's really important need to go to the peak, and the photographer who were both in good condition and crucial to the mission. So go ahead. Meanwhile, I and other less essential member would retreat to reduce the risk. However, our team leader believed that we should submit together as a team to reflect the unity and group success. So emotionally, I understood and respected the decision, but logically, I know it was extremely risky. Sadly, in the end, no one reached the summit. So this moment made me realize the leadership sometimes requires sacrificing the emotional ideals for practical outcomes. The team's overall success should always be prioritized over emotional fairness. So the next, I'm going to talk about the personal failure. So as someone who played the supportive but virtual role, it was hard to accept that I did not make it to the summit. So even though I had contributed to the team by ensuring others' safety and well-being, the outcome still felt like failure. So, but after reflection, I recognized that this was not personal failure. It was a system failure, and failure is often the best teacher. So I learned to redefine the success, not just in terms of reaching the peak, but in how well I served the team, communicated, and stayed composed in adversity. So next, I'm going to talk about the communication. So one of the most encouraging part of our simulation was the way we communicated. Even under stress, our team was friendly, respectful, and open. We never argued aggressively or blamed each other, even we failed. So everyone's opinion was heard, and this reminded me how psychological safety is key in any team setting. So when people feel respected and valued, they communicate more honestly, and make better decisions. So while we fail to the summit, but we succeed in building a strong team culture, and sometimes they're just as valuable. So now I'm going to talk my role, a quiet form of leadership. So as a doctor, I wasn't the loudest person in the room. I was not leading the mansion, but I practiced the quiet leadership through service, constancy, and emotional steadiness. So I constantly maintain the team's health, remain the team of the potential the risks, and keep calm when others were unsure. So in doing so, I realized that the leadership doesn't always meaning giving orders. It can also meaning being a steady presence to people can rely on. So this is still I truly value, especially because I hope to become a thoughtful, emotionally intelligent leader in the future. So for this lesson, I learned, let me summarize the key lesson I learned. So the first is the good intentions are not always enough. A leader must make strategic, not just emotional, like the choices. The failure can be meaningful. So it forces you to reflect, improve, and grow in ways success sometimes cannot. The third one is the support roles matter. So even if you are not in charge, your contribution can still shape the team's outcome. And the next one is the can communication builds the resilience. So respect and empathy reduce panic and strengthen the unity. So the last one I learned is the leadership is not volume, it's the presence. So a quiet, the grounded teammate can be more valuable than a loud one. So for this time, the simulations, I'm going to quick figure out the several the questions. So what the role did I play in the team? How did I contribute? Like I said before, I'm the doctor. I mean, I play the role of the physician. So my primary responsibility was to monitor the team's health status, provide medical advice, and manage our limited medical supplies. So I contribute to by frequently check on the teammates' conditions, warning about the potential risk like altitude, sickness of the first grade, and helping guide our decision with safety in mind. I also mentioned it before. And the next question is, how did I apply leadership theories during this simulation? So I try to apply the idea of the servant leadership, focusing on supporting the team rather than the controlling them. And I stayed behind the sessions, ensure everyone's well-being, and try to lead through actions rather than words. So, however, I struggled with my regional plan, suggest that the athlete and the photographer submit while I and other teams retreated, we rejected by the team leader. So this showed the tensions between task-oriented leadership and the relationship-oriented leadership, and how sometimes the leader must choose between emotional unity and the logical decision-making. So the third question I'm going to talk about, did I leadership approach change throughout the expansion? Yes, it did. So at the beginning, I focused only on my medical duties, staying in the background. But as we progressed, I become more vocal and strategy. So when I proceed a selective strategy, I was trying to shift from being the passive supporter to a situational leader, someone who adapts their leadership based on the needs of the moment. So even though my idea wasn't accepted, I learned to step forward when it matters. So the next question is, how will I apply this license in my future career or leadership roles? So in the future, I will apply this license in both my career and personal leadership style. I learned that being the leader doesn't require being loud and dominant. You can lead through stability, empathy, and presence. I also realized the importance of the decisiveness. So in high pressure environments, so most importantly, I now appreciate the value of the speaking up with a logical and compassion, even when it's uncomfortable. The last question, I'm going to talk about what changes would I make to make me leadership style after this experience. So after this experience, I would like to make several changes. So first, I want to be more additive when I have strong ideas, especially during high stakes situations. The second, I will embrace a more adaptive leadership style, knowing when to support and when to lead. And finally, I will continue to cultivate emotional intelligence, keeping calm, respecting others, but also being brave enough to take risk when needed. So that's all. That's all my reflection about this simulation. Thank you for listening.